So the others that remain now walk forward and they're off. Racing away then, little under 2 miles. Just to let you know again that number 6, Maycourt, withdrawn. He wouldn't line up. So the others that set out have 8 flights of hurdles to jump. The yellow jacket of Normanton is at the rear of the field. Moabit on the left, the market leader. Mauve and black colours for Sam Twiston-Davies is the leader. From on the right, Peruvian Blur in the orange colours. He's a little bit free in the early strides. Cobham Circus in black and light blue is between those, but looks to be a length or so behind them. And sharing third place with Cortland's Prince in red and yellow colours. Hawaiian Rose, a purple jacket off to the right, is next as they jump over number 2, where Normanton has joined in with the main group of them, and they moved on to Kicking Elf, who already would be some 15 lengths behind the other 6, who have 1 circuit to go now, and they're about to turn right-handed on towards flight number 3. Moabit, the leader and favourite to Peruvian Blur, close up in second place. Cobham Circus in checks and Cortland's Prince in red and yellow colours are together in third and fourth place. There's a Normanton in the yellow jacket moving in with those as they jump over 3. Ahead of Hawaiian Rose in a purple jacket is 2 lengths further back, and then Kicking Elf is rather closed up on the others, although he is getting reminders as they turn away down the far side, and is fully 20 lengths off Peruvian Blur, who's now the leader as they move on towards flight number 4. Gets over it by a couple of lengths to Moabit against the inside of the course in second place. They're now 10 ahead of Cortland's Prince and Cobham Circus, who race together in third and fourth positions as they move to the middle flight of hurdles over the far side. The orange of Peruvian Blue and Lizzie Kelly, couple of lengths ahead to Moabit and Sam Twiston-Davies, the mauve jacket in second. Then comes Cobham Circus and Cortland's Prince together. About 10 to Normanton is in company with Hawaiian Rose as the leaders come to the last in the back straight, which is 3 from the finish. Kicking Elf out of touch but continuing. Down towards the end of the back straight then. The black cap of Moabit just behind the mainly orange colours of Peruvian Blue, although in fact has snuck through up against the rails there now to go on. Moabit regains the advantage as they move down the side of the course to Peruvian Blur in second place. There's a great battle between Cortland's Prince and Cobham Circus for third and fourth places. They're absolutely together, but they are 10 lengths off the leading pair as they move into the straight, and they're miles clear from anything else as they move then into the home straight, and Moabit has now moved into a 7 or 8 length advantage. Peruvian Blur in second, but is being closed on by Cortland's Prince, who's now in third place, and Cobham Circus behind that. Normanton looks to have pulled up. Hawaiian Rose is going still, but way out of touch as Sam Twiston-Davies looks round on Moabit to see that he is miles clear to still about in second place Peruvian Blur, although Cortland's Prince with the noseband is now moving past this, and then comes Cobham Circus as Moabit heads towards the final flight up and over safely, and is going to collect very easily indeed. Cortland's Prince has taken second. Peruvian Blur is in third positions. Here comes Sam Twiston-Davies on Moabit, who wins with no fuss at all. Cortland's Prince is in second. Peruvian Blur is in third position. Cobham Circus will be next. There'll be one other finisher, Hawaiian Rose.
That was a procession. That was a non-event in truth. And were there not flights of hurdles to be jumped, you would say they were giving away money at Wincanton today. But as it is, there was hurdles to be jumped. The horse had to be fit. He had to go and do his stuff. And in the end, Moabit did that and wins and returns the 4-11 favourite. What he's achieved in beating Cortland's Prince as comfortably as he wants, and Peruvian Blur back in third spot with Cobham Circus not really moving on from that run perhaps 3 weeks ago as you might have imagined, but he's run okay in fourth spot. But they are well strung out here now, and he's won it so easily.
He has a total non-event from a watching point of view. I don't know what we learn more other than that Moabit is a nice summer hurdler to go to war with, and clearly, given the fact they've been winning in France on good ground last season, they've been waiting for this ground. The handicapper has got a bit of a task now because he's going to have to give it a mark pretty soon. He's had 2 wins, and real guesswork involved in what sort of mark to give this one, because it's impossible to know what it's achieved today. It's beaten absolutely nothing, I think it's fair to say, but it does it in nice style.
On the face of it, that's a better effort from Peruvian Blue. He's beaten 24 lengths, and you can see what I was talking about beforehand.
Yeah.
He was a bit like that in the paddock and on the way to the start at Kempton, where I saw him in the flesh. He's a bit like a teenager who's seen the sort of two top buttons of a girl's blouse undone for the first time, isn't he? But he'll learn to chill out bit by bit.
He needs to, because at the moment, yeah, his way of racing just needs to be restrained. Cortland's Prince has actually run on past him to finish second. I don't know if Cortland's Prince has really achieved that much more than what he's been doing lately. And he just picked up the early pace setter, but the winner's in a different county to the rest of them. Disappointing effort by Cobham Circus, who was, at least last time, showed a bit more in the first run for Robert Walford. This is a step back in the wrong direction for this one. And behind the winner, I really can't see too much in the way of positives. But Moabit, it'll be a difficult task now under another penalty or handicapping. But he's clearly got an engine, and he's got more than the average ability for a horse in a race like this in this time of year.
It's a big horse, Cortland's Prince, isn't he? He looks like he probably will be jumping fences at some stage.
Yes, he showed.
You don't even know if he's run to his mark, do you?
It's so hard to tell, because he ends up just running on past the horse who had set too strong a pace, and he's ends up almost being ridden for second place. I can't take too many positives of those are behind the winner, and it remains to be seen if that is a step forward for Cortland's Prince.
Moabit breezes through that. Wins again. 2 wins in a week for him. Paul Nicholls and Sam Twiston-Davies roll on. And they win at 4-2, 11 favourite, 5-1. 16 lengths between them. Real annoyance, of course, for any each way backers, as Admiral Kit